Welcome. We now proceed to our part 2 of our lessons on creating lessons in Moodle. If you recall, in part 1, we were creating content. So before one proceeds to actually enter the content into the lesson itself, one has to create or to set up the lesson. So in this part of our lesson, we are setting up the lesson, and what you need to do is that on your course page, you may have given your learners notes or handouts and other resources to read before. You can then create a lesson with minimal information given, or have the lesson containing all the required materials. To get started, you need to turn editing on. As usual, when you want to do something on Moodle, you have to turn editing on at the top of the course page. Then proceed to the section or area that you want to insert the lesson. And when you are there, you must click Add an Activity or Resource, as we are going to see shortly. Yes, so you then go to the section or area where you want to insert the lesson, and you click Add an Activity or Resource, and you're going to get this familiar page or menu where you have a number of things, and our main interest here is the lesson. You click on the lesson. There will be a number of some information that will be very useful for you to read before you proceed, but at the moment, basically this can be used for self-directed learning, for simulations and other things. Then you click Add. After clicking Add, then you'll get to this page which says adding a new lesson. Now, our lesson is practice, because we are practicing on how to do this. So as usual, you need to give it a name. Maybe we just say lesson practice setting up. Okay, here you normally give the description of your lesson. You may add other things as usual, pictures or anything that you'd like for your students to see. So here I'll just write a lesson practice. Okay, this is the information that the students will see when they go to the main page, and you click display description on the course page so that they are able to see it when they open the course page. These are usual things that you are used to for now. Now in this particular one, you have a progress bar. Basically this means that if enabled, a bar is displayed at the bottom of a lesson showing approximate percentage of completion. So it shows the students how they are progressing. So you can put that as a yes. Display menu, you can also click yes, so that there is a display menu of how the lesson is moving. There are other things that you can view, but at the moment, you have files and other things. For for example, here you have if you have grades to display and you have slideshow. If you don't have any slideshow, you can just leave it. Maximum number of answers, you can change that to any number that you'd like. Use default feedback. This is a feedback that is given to the student when they do something correct. You can put a yes to that. If there's a link to another activity, if you can choose that, or it will show which other activity that you might have. Otherwise, if there's no link, you just leave it at none. Availability. This one is just to give you, as usual, the dates where you want the lesson to be done, when they start and when they complete. So you can click enable and put the correct dates. If the lesson is timed, if you want to time it, you can enable this and use, whether it's if you enable it, you can use weeks, days, hours, or minutes. So it's up to you, depending on whether you are going to time it. Flow control allows students to review. In this case, they might review after they finish the lesson, but if you don't want them to review, you just leave it at no. Provide options to try a question again. It's up to you to decide if you want them to try again. For now, we leave it at no. Maximum number of attempts. Normally we use 1, but if you want them to do it more than once, you can also select. The grade, if you're going to use a point, or if you have a scale which you may have created. Otherwise, you can change here the maximum grade depending on what you want. A grade category, normally we leave it uncategorized. Grade to pass, if you want them to, if they can pass if they get a certain percentage. Practice session. If you want to know more about practice session, you can click here, but it's like giving them time to practice before they do the actual lesson. So you can click a yes or a no, it's up to you. Retakes, we can just leave it at a no for now. Common module settings, you must show it on the course page. ID number not necessary, and no groups. If there are lessons are in groups, then you have to have created your groups prior. These ones restrict access or tags or competencies. For now, we leave them out. So when you are done, you can either save and return to course or save and display. When you save and display, you will be ready now to enter your content. For now, we'll just say save and return to course and see what it looks like on the course page itself. So this is where our lesson is placed, which is now ready for actually adding content. So we'll proceed with another lesson on how to add content. All right. Thank you very much.